welcome to a new video. In today's video I'm going to be reviewing the new TESTO 550s. I've been using these for about 3 weeks now, and as you all know, I also had the field piece probes, I had the field piece gauges, and the older style of 550 TESTOs. Hey, what I have going on is I got to do a maintenance on this system, Once I replace the belt and the filter, make sure the coil is clean, check everything else, I'm gonna go ahead and hook up those gauges, show you guys how they work, my opinion on them, my honest opinion on them. But before we even get started, I want to thank TrueTech Tools because they were the ones that provided the set of gauges. So yeah, thank you TrueTech Tools for sending them out. So like I said, guys, I did have the older style 550s. I really liked them. They're one of my favorite set of gauges. So once this one's got announced, I got pretty excited. So I knew I had to get them. So like I said, big shout out to TrueTech Tools because they were the ones that provided the set of gauges. Let's go ahead and just give it a quick check, make sure everything's off. Yep. Before we start checking pressures, let me show you guys the probes, the temperature clamps. If you guys had the previous set, they're exactly the same. There's nothing new to them. They are pretty heavy duty. I mean, you can just feel it. Let's go ahead and do the quick test on it. Nothing happened other than the little probe came out a little bit. Put it back in. Let's go check the other one. Nothing happened. And the thing I like about these guys is that they have this little notch to take off and on. So because I noticed with a lot of the other probes that I've seen in the market, they don't have this. So if you drop it or something happens, this little battery holder comes off. So with this, it doesn't even come off at all. Bottom section, it says PO. You just press it and hold it, and it's gonna clear out your pressures. So just in case they're not calibrated or whatever, it'll reset them to 0. Right now, I have mine set up to R410A. So the way you can change is go down, and it shows you all the different type of refrigerant this manifold has. And if you guys can tell, the bottom section H20, R11. They don't got a little star on top and is on the side, and it's because those are not the common ones. So pretty cool thing that Testo did is that all the popular ones, they have the little star on the side of them, so it just makes it super easy. So which they have the 410, R407C, 404A, R22, 134A, and that's it. So basically the most common ones. So let's go ahead and go back. So go to menu, measuring mode, you press it, you're able to set it for superheat and subcool, evacuation, pressure leak test, target superheat, compressor test, and delta T. So I have mine at superheat and subcool. So let's go back. On the bottom section it says Bluetooth. I mean, they're just pretty self-explanatory. So let's go down, settings. So on the backlight duration, I have mine to 60 seconds. because I don't want my battery dying all the time. So let's go back. Let's go down. Backlight brightness on that one, I have it at 100% because I really hate when you're trying to look at it and the brightness of the sun and setting it and all that good stuff. So let's go back, down, auto off, units, and then of course language, setup wizard, restore factory settings if you guys want to set it back to how it was. So let's go back, and that's pretty much it, guys. And then of course you got your pressures on the top, suction, discharge, evaporator, condenser temperature, you know what I mean, all that good stuff. One thing I did notice is that if you guys are looking to get this set of gauges, is make sure you guys buy this type of fittings or hoses, because if you guys buy the low loss fittings, they won't fit in here, because if you guys are able to tell, the thread is right under here. So if you guys have the low loss fittings, they ain't gonna fit, and they're gonna be too bulky to open and close, and even try to open them, even try to take them off. So I suggest you guys get this type of hoses, that way they're able to fit. And then I did notice, because they're a little bit more loose than the original Testos, are the knobs. They're a little bit too much, they're too loose for me. That is the one thing I didn't like, because I remember the older style, they were a little bit more firm than this, or maybe I'm just tripping. Side glass, of course, right in the middle. Let me pull up my palm of my hand so you guys can tell how small it is. It's smaller than my hand. And then on the back side, same concept. This ones are a little bit smaller, a little thinner. And another cool thing about the new Testos is that if you guys had the older style Testos, the 550s, I lost this hook in about maybe a day or two. I lost it. It fell off, and I just never found it. So whoever designed this thing again did make sure they had this a little bit more tighter, so it doesn't fall off. So like I said, guys, I've been using it for about 3 weeks, and it's been holding on. It hasn't fallen down. So, and personally, that's my favorite set of a hook. I really like this type of hook better than the S-Mans. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump this system, make sure everything's temping good. I might have to watch this coil if my pressure's a little bit awkward, if my pressure's a little bit weird. But I mean, you're able to see sunlight through them, but just to make sure. At the end of this video, we're gonna go ahead and grab the Testos, throw them up in the air, see if they hold. If not, then you guys know not to drop them. All right, so let me go ahead and turn this unit back on and test them out. Okay, so before we turn it on, let's go ahead and hook up one of the clamps. Okay, let me go ahead and set it to R22, because I believe it's R22 system. And then I'm gonna go ahead and press enter. But I'm gonna let it run a little bit and go from there. Also, big shout out to UEI, because this is my favorite set of temperature probes, especially because they're magnetic on the back. So, you know, I mean, if you're taking the temperature split on a condenser, you just put it on top of it or whatever. So, and I know, guys, some of those sets come with the micron gauge and other temperature probes. Like I said, these ones were sent out to me by True Tech Tools, so they just sent me whatever they had. So this set came with the temperature clamps, and that's it. All right, guys, now I'm gonna go ahead and connect the second probe. I just had one probe connected, so let's go ahead and connect the second one. So one of the things I really do like about these clamps, is that when you shut them off, because I took this one off and put the other one in. Once you shut it off, automatically it comes off of here, so you start seeing the little 3X. So that's pretty dope. They are pretty fast to connect. So the unit's satisfied, it already shut off. Let's go ahead and take this clamp off, shut it off, boom, done. So now for the test that everybody's been waiting for, shut them off. Let me show you guys, they're on, shut it off. We're gonna check how strong they are, because I know the fill piece, I have dropped my fill piece twice from my roof, didn't break. So let's go check if the Teslas are gonna do the same thing. Nothing happened, just a few little scratches. This thing didn't come off, because I know in the older style Teslas this thing would come off all the time. The hook didn't come off, so we're good. I know I'm gonna get a bunch of comments saying, "Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't do the gauges." Hey, they're good, man. They didn't break, so we should. So, and overall, guys, I highly recommend these gauges. Like I said, they're super lightweight, pretty small. I know the estimates are probably 2 times this. So, if you guys do commercial HVAC, I highly recommend them. Yeah, peace.